everybody, we're doing origami today again, and today we're making inflatable bunnies in honor of Easter. I'm sorry that my video couldn't be live today. I had a schedule conflict, but we're going to go ahead and get started. And I'm going to tilt my computer down so that you can follow along with what I'm doing. So again, you just need a square piece of paper similar to last week. We're going to start by doing the first corner. We're going to get those creases really nice. And then I'm going to tilt it. I'm going to do the other one. And we're going to open it back up. And we're going to flip it over. And we are going to fold right down over the crease, right in half. We're going to get some nice creases right there. Make sure they're all lined up. And we're going to open it back up. And we're going to do the same thing on the other. Now we're going to flip it back up. I'm going to put my finger down kind of like this. And it's going to help me make this triangle. And we had to do this last week as well. So you're going to push the triangles in. I'll try to turn it around so you can watch. And push it in. And I'm going to fold this side in right here. And now we have a triangle that kind of has two triangles folded into themselves. So I'm going to flip it back around. And we're going to take this corner and fold it up right onto here. I'm going to get right on that crease down the middle and give it a nice fold right here. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Make sure they're nice and lined up. Okay. So next, I'm going to flip it over like this. Oops. So that the creases are on this side, but we're tilted to the side now. I'm going to take this. I'm going to fold it just to the edge of the crease. So if you see, it's just to right there rather than all the way across. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Try to get them as lined up as possible. So now I've got two triangles down here. The next part is going to be taking this, and we're going to fold them both down, just like that. Just give them a little bit of a crease. So this next part gets a little bit tricky. You have to take this opening, pop it open, and take the little flap that we had folded down and push it right into that. And you want to get as much of it in there as possible, but as you're pushing it down, try to fold it in with your finger. If you can, I'm using a pencil just to kind of help guide it in there, just to make it a little bit easier. And you can also kind of recrease it a little bit if that helps to get it in there as much as possible. And then we're going to have to do the same thing for the other side. So now that I've almost gotten them in there the best that I can, yeah, we've almost gotten them in there. See, I can still get a little bit more, so I'm going to keep pushing mine in a little bit. And this is probably the trickiest part, but it's a super important step. So definitely don't want to miss that. So now that it's all pushed in, I'm going to flip it over. And we are going to take this bottom corner, kind of similar to what we did before, and bring it right up. Get a nice crease, push your creases down, and do the same thing for the flip side. Now I've just rotated mine around just to get a better pressure on the crease. Then I'm going to flip it back up, and now we've got these two sticking up at the top. So now I'm going to tilt it to the side, or tilt it up towards you, and I'm going to pull this point and fold it to the edge here, just into the center. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. But don't worry, this is similar to what we did on the flip side, but we're not going to be tucking anything like before. So now we've got the two creases down like this, and I'm going to unfold one and fold it over the other, and then fold it back up, and then fold it back over. Same thing on the other side. I'm going to unfold it, flip it over, and fold it back, and then fold it over. So now we've kind of got these little pushed out areas right in there. Now some of your creases might not be super even, mine aren't. Sometimes it just depends on the paper, depends on the folding, but don't worry, it'll still come out okay. So now we're on this side. I'm going to take one of these, it should just be one paper folded over the other, and I'm going to fold it back, well, not quite the whole way, but line it up and fold it back. This is where we're at, is kind of making your bunny ears. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Make my other bunny ear. So now I've got two ears, and I'm going to take this top point and I'm going to push it down right there. So now our bunny's becoming has lots of folds, so it's a little bit thick. So I'm going to flip it here, I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to take this, and we've already got this one here, we're going to flip this down to make our box shape. And then I'm going to unfold it again, and flip it over, and fold this over, and then fold this over. So we're back to a box. And then I'm going to unfold it. Now, if you look here at the very bottom here, we're going to kind of open it up a little bit. So it looks like this. And this is where the inflatable part comes. So right here, we're going to blow into it. This isn't the easiest part, so if it doesn't work too well, you should be able to also just open it up, but it just needs a little bit of air to be able to fold it out so you get your box. So the front of it should have the little hole that you blew into and a little bit of an opening at the front. Then with the ears, we're going to take them, we're just going to open them up a bit, like this. And then make sure this stays pushed in. So we've got our ears opened up. Oops, just got off the screen for a second. Have our ears opened up. And then what I like to do at this point is I like to draw on a little bunny face. So this could be draw on my eyes. And I like to draw a little nose around the opening. Maybe even a few whiskers. And whatever else you want. So that's our bunny for today. If you have any questions about making the bunny, please feel free to put it in the comments, and I can try to answer any of your questions.